What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links data mine video. And today's data mine video, we're going to be talking about some new cards that just got recently data mined in today's latest update. We're going to be talking about September's ranked PvP cards, and we're going to be talking about October's ranked PvP cards in today's video. If you guys are excited, be sure to go smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Now, there is a lot of other leaks to talk about, but since I'm busy with school and I got some other things to do, that video will be released tomorrow. So I'm sorry about that for the delay on that leak video, but yeah, it has been really busy recently. I'm trying to get used to school and balancing that out with YouTube, so hold on with that other leak video. There's some more cards to talk about and some little things that are cool to talk about, but yeah, we're gonna dedicate today's video only on the ranked cards. Huge shout out to Yazin, as always, for data mining the content. You're the best, man. Thank you so much for coming through for the community and data mining everything, and I think that's all I gotta say. Hopefully I didn't, forget anything or anything like that for today's video, but without further ado, let's go dive into today's video. So we're going to go into leaks right here. I'm going to switch my leak scene right here, and we're first going to be talking about September's ranked PvP rewards. We have a ton of new cards, and we have a ton of reprints, you could say, cards that are already in Duel Links, but they're going to be re-released in the ranked PvP card rewards. So I guess you could technically call them reprints in that sort of sense. But yeah, so we're first going to be talking about right here. I have a little sheet down here so I can tell you guys the rarities of some of these cards and stuff like that. And yeah, we're just going to go for this. Actually, I need to show you this first. Real quick. Hopefully I don't mess this up right here. Will this work? Okay, here, let me move this around some on-screen editing. I forgot to factor in my face cam and this part right here, but everything else should be good. Anyways, though, so as you guys can see, here's the whole list of a ton of new cards that we're going to be talking about. We have a lot of SR cards, we got a few UR cards, and stuff like that. We actually only have one new UR card, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. But yeah, we have a ton of just new and rare and super rare cards to talk about in today's video. Here's the little list of all the stuff that's in the game right now. They're ready to be released, and there's just sometime soon we're going to be getting these cards. And the first cards we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about some reprints that we're going to be getting in the game. So first of all, we have Mai right here, and Mai is we're going to get a new, or we're going to be able to unlock Amazoness Princess again. For everybody that missed out on the Elegant Mai event, you guys can now grind and get probably what is it, 100 wins? 100 wins to get the UR ticket to get Amazoness Princess and stuff like that. So each season you can get a UR ticket when you play the game enough, and due to that, you can use that UR ticket to get cards, and Amazoness Princess will now be on the list when it comes to that. So hope you guys are excited to get Amazoness Princess. I know a lot of people missed out on the Elegant Mai event, so the fact that the players can now get Amazoness Princess when they weren't able to before is going to be awesome. So hope you guys are excited about that. I already have 3 copies of Amazoness Princess, so I'm not too looking forward to this, but still, this is an awesome thing for all the players who missed out on the Elegant Mai event. We also have another card that's apparently a rare card. I didn't even know this card was in Duel Links in the first place, but for whatever reason, they are also throwing this into the game. And apparently, this was actually a level up reward from Mai. So yeah, I have 1 copy of this card, so now I think we're going to be able to get multiple copies of this card now, but yeah, Gust. You can activate this card when 1 or more of your magic cards are destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect your opponent controls. Destroy 1 magic or trap card on the field. This is some outdated text right here. There's spell cards. You can tell that this card is so old considering that the text that I found on Google is magic cards. But yeah, Gust is already in Duel Links. It's just some rare card. But yeah, nothing too crazy right here. We're also getting a reprint for Shield or Spell Shield Type 8. This was a level up reward from Alexis. I believe round 23, if I remember from the top of my head, and it's actually cool that we're going to be able to get multiple copies of this card right here. So this is an awesome reprint. I think I'm going to start calling these reprints in the future, because technically they're reprinting the card and allowing us to get this card in the future through the ranked PvP ticket. So yeah, you can use your ranked PvP SR ticket for Spell Shield Type 8. I remember using this card a couple times. This card was not horrible because it has multiple effects. When a spell card is activated, the target's exactly a monster on the board. You can negate the activation and destroy it. When a spell card is activated, send a spell card from your hand to your graveyard and negate the activation if you destroy it. This isn't a horrible card. So I kind of like this card. It's cool that we're going to be able to get more or just multiple copies of it, because you used to only be able to run 1 copy of Shield, Spell Shield Type 8. So yeah, so if you want to get your free copy now, go level up Alexis, but in the future, in the September season, we're going to be able to get this card with an SR ticket, which is really cool. And then last but not least, for the September reprint, we're going to be able to get Elemental Hero Necroshade from the ranked PvP tickets right there. So as you can see, your boy Jaden, you can get this card from Jaden as a level up reward, but now you can also get it with the rare tickets, which I think I might pick up some copies of this card. I think there's going to be some little meme fun deck effects that you can do with multiple copies of Necroshade and stuff like that. Because if he's in the graveyard, you can special summon a 5 or higher Elemental Hero monster without tributing. So it's not the best effect ever. There's a reason why it's a rare, but it's still pretty cool that we're going to be able to get multiple copies of this card, because previously we were only able to get one copy of this card. So very cool right there. Now we're going to be talking about some brand new cards. Now this card is going to be a UR card. I don't know why I threw Yusei in here, because why not, to keep it with the theme of the characters. We're going to see later in the video, I just kind of dropped putting the characters on the screen like all together. Yeah, I just threw Yusei in here because why not? Because I mean, hey, 5D's World Hype, like, am I right, boys? Anyways, though, we're going to talk about this UR card right here. Now, I have absolutely no clue how to pronounce that first part of the name, so we're just going to call this just Bird of Ancestry. I think I pronounced that last word right. Anyway, so Bird of Ancestry is a wind 8-star winged beast with the effect both players can tribute summon wind monsters with 1 less tribute than required. If you tribute summon this card by tributing only wind monsters, return up to 2 cards your opponent controls to their owner's hand. That's not too bad, especially if you can send some of their extra deck monsters to the grave or back to the extra deck. And with this card being added to Duel Links and, you know, 5Ds coming around the corner, you can maybe summon this card and then return some, like, extra deck synchro monsters back to your opponent's extra deck. That would be pretty, you know, annoying to deal with, or just return some special summoned monsters back to the hand. So this card could possibly be pretty good when he tributes it off, because returning 2 cards is, like, sometimes really good, but sometimes, like, kind of mad, just only temporarily stop stuff from happening and stuff like that. And then also one last thing to note about this card is that this card is a normal monster while in your hand. This card has an attack of 2,900 and a defense of 2,000. Now, this card is, like I'm kind of, like, mixed on it. I think it's going to be a cool one-of, and maybe getting multiple copies of this card in the future will be nice. Sadly, with, you know, getting UR cards in Duel Links, like with the tickets and stuff like that, you only can get, like, usually with the ranked PvP season, you only can get 1 UR ticket each season. So far, you're going to have to only get 1 copy of this card, then, you know, future events and seasons and stuff like that, you're going to be able to get more cards and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know how well this card's going to be. I do like the effect that you can return 2 cards to your opponent's hand after summoning it and stuff like that, and it would be super good if you are able to do that against your opponent's extra deck monsters, because then they're going to have to work to summon it again and stuff like that. But since it doesn't destroy, it's, like, kind of meh. I don't know. What do you guys think about this card? I think it's a kind of a neat card, but I don't think it's going to be broken. But who knows? And then we also have a rare card. Now, you know, with the list and stuff like that, I accidentally clicked out of that, but with the list and stuff like that, I actually originally had, you know, UR, SR, and rare, but I thought to talk about this rare card right here because this correlates with the previous card we just talked about. This is like wind, and I don't know how to pronounce that, like Ifgi or something like that. I don't know. This wind 4-star monster, it's a winged beast with the effect. This card can count as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a wind normal monster. It's an attack of 1,800 and a defense of 200. Now, obviously, this card is definitely going to be used for tributing for the Simorg Bird, or whatever this thing was called, back here. I think it's Simorg, actually, now thinking about it. Anyway, so this card that we just talked about right here, you can use this wind, you know, tribute monster, or just, you know, sack monster to tribute off into the big bird over here, which is kind of interesting. And I did look up on Duel Links to see if we have any other 8 or 7 or 8-star wind normal monsters, and I found out that we didn't. So Simorg Bird will technically be the, you know, 7-8-star normal monster in Duel Links. I have no clue why. I have no clue why they made this card, like, treat it as a normal monster while in your hand. And then, actually, now thinking about it, Brain Blast, there's going to be a card we're going to be talking about soon. And I just realized that there's gonna be a whole combo later in this video that I just realized. We'll talk about that later. But at first, like, having this as a normal monster in your hand seemed kind of pointless to me, but I think there might be a good reason for that to be normal in the hand. But still, when this win card right here, I don't know why it's, like, only allowing you to go for a win tribute for only a normal monster. Seems kind of silly to me, but it does have 1,800 attack, which isn't that bad. I think this card having 1,800 attack is going to be a lot easier to keep it on the field compared to some of the other, like, tribute monsters and stuff like that. You can use back row to protect it easily and stuff like that. So I do like that about this card, but just kind of silly to me that it only can be 2 tributes for and win normal monster, but who knows? And then the last card we're going to talk about in the September list right here, so we're going to be talking about Spell Breaker of the Ice Bear. And I gotta say, this is like another waifu material. I don't know what it is with the Ice Bears. There's Dance Princess of the Ice Bear and this chick now. Oh, baby, Konami, give me more waifus, please. Anyway, Spellbreaker of the Ice Bear is a 4-star water spellcaster with the effect. Once per turn, you can send an Ice Bear monster from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, spell cards cannot be activated till the end phase of your next turn, as long as this card remains face up on the field. It has 1200 attack and 2000 defense. It's kind of interesting. I wish that this card would both disrupt spells and traps, and not only spells. Spells are super common in Duel Links, of course, but at the same time, traps in Duel Links are still really strong, so it kind of sucks that this doesn't negate all of your opponent's spell or trap cards and stuff like that. And another thing I kind of don't like about this is that I believe here, let me go get my phone real quick. Hold up. I'm going to open up my phone real quick. I actually have Duel Links opened up right here. Now I'm going to go type in Ice Barrier into the card catalog to like check out some of the cards and stuff like that. And yeah, so one of the cards, Magic Triangle of the Ice Barrier, you won't be able to like activate this right away. Well, actually, with the Magic Triangle of Ice Barrier, you can reveal 3 Ice Barriers in your hand with different you can reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters with different names in your hand to select a card your opponent controls. So never mind, I was thinking that this Ice Barrier card right here would stop you to be able to activate Magic Triangle the Ice Barrier, but never mind, you're going to play Magic Triangle the Ice Barrier before you summon the Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier most likely, so never mind about that. But still, it's going to be kind of interesting to see if this card will do any play or whatever. It is an SR, it does negate spells, but I don't know how well it will play, simply because it doesn't stop spell or trap cards. I don't know, still, solid waifu material right there, though. Like, let's be real here, boys. But that's going to do it for today's September's ranked PvP rewards and stuff like that. Now we're going to be going on to the October rewards. And first, we're going to talk about the reprints in the October rewards, and then we'll talk about some of the new cards and stuff like that. So first of all, we have Prime Material Dragon. This card was exclusive to the Tag Duel event that happened last time in Duel Links, so some of you guys might not have this card. This card is just kind of like meh to me. I mean, it has a decent effect. Whenever you take any like effect damage, you can give it to your opponent instead. And then also, if during either player's turn, if your opponent has a card that could destroy your cards, you can actually like negate it with Prime Material Dragon. So this card's alright, but not like game breaking by any means. So I don't know, but it's cool. It's getting reprinted right here. A reprint that I'm actually really happy about is that we're going to be able to get Ancient Rules as a card that's going to be reprinted. This card was from Mokuba, and you can get up to 2 copies of this card from leveling up Mokuba and stuff like that. So I'm super happy that they're reprinting this card in Duel Links, because this card is like pretty solid. You can special summon a 5 or higher normal monster from your hand. So back to the September rewards, if you remember the bird and stuff like that, we can go back to the bird real quick. You can use Ancient Rules to summon into this bird right here, which I think is actually a pretty cool combo right there. So I'm actually kind of happy that this bird right here has the effect where it's treated as a normal monster while you're in hand, because you can use Ancient Rules to summon into it. That's pretty cool right there. But just Ancient Rules in general is super cool. You can special summon, Dark Magician. You can special summon Blue Eyes, not Blue Eyes Ultimate, but Blue Eyes White Dragon, Neos, all sorts of 5 or higher normal monsters from your hand. So the fact that this is getting reprinted, we're going to be able to have 3 copies of this card in our deck now is absolutely amazing. And it's only a rare card, so getting this card is not going to be that difficult at all. Super happy about this little reprint and stuff like that. And last but not least, there's a reprint for Harpy Lady. Like, okay then. Now we're going to be talking about a very interesting card right here. So the first card we're going to be talking about in the October rewards is a UR card called D.D Sprite. Now this is a light 1-star fairy tuner with the effect you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing 1 face-up monster you control. If you summon this way during your next standby phase, return the banished monster to the field, attack of 0 and a defense of 100. Now think about this, guys. This is an October ranked PvP reward, and it's a tuner monster. So we already know that 5Ds is going to be coming out late September, but it's just another one of those things where it's like, oh snap, 5Ds World is coming out late September, and we're having a ranked PvP reward right here that's going to be released in October. That's a tuner monster. That's wild. Can't believe 5Ds is almost here, so that's super hype right there. And to be honest, I kind of like this card. I think it's actually kind of a cool card, because if you spam the board, right, you spam the board, like for example, I just realized, like for example, you play for hires, spam the board with for hires and all that stuff, and then your whole field is full, then you need to summon a tuner to go in for a synchro summon. Well, you can play D.D Sprite, banish one of your little for hire monsters on the board, and then summon the D.D Sprite. Now you have a board of 3 monsters, including a tuner, and you can go for a synchro summon right there. And the best part about it is that the for hire or whatever monster you banish with Sprite summons back onto the board. I think that's actually insane, and this card's going to be super good to get for just synchro summoning in general. Because yeah, you just play spam decks. You spam out the board with, you know, you can try Hazy's out, you can try for hires out, maybe Nature if you're feeling the memes. Just any spam deck that spams 3 monsters on the board in like 1 turn, comboed with D.D Sprite would be insane, because you can just special summon this D.D Sprite right away, but banishing one of those monsters, go for a synchro summon, and then on the end turn, or no, on your next standby phase, you can return the banished monster to the board. I think that's awesome, and this card's going to definitely be a good card to get in Duel Links, so for sure, I am excited about that. This is going to be a UR card they're going to be able to get with the UR ticket, and man, it looks like I got to grind the rank season in October for this card, because this card, I think it has potential. Getting caught up in my throat, but I think this card has potential for sure. Next up, we're going to be talking about this Earth Igvi or whatever. I believe this is apparently an SR card, and right here, Earth Igvi or whatever, it's a 4-star Earth rock with the effect. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a normal Earth monster. Attack of 100 and a defense of 2000. I am curious, real quick, I do want to see if what is the 5 or like 7 or 8 rock monsters that we have in the game. So I'm going to go to, or no, Earth, not rock. 7 and 8. Let's do that real quick. So I guess some options you can do. You can summon, you know, Ancient Gear Golem with this card right here. You can summon cards like Armored Roy. No, you cannot summon Armored Roy. I don't know. There's actually a decent selection of Earth monsters. Oh, wait, no, normal monsters. Never mind. Take back what I said. You actually, okay, some monsters that you can summon with this Earth card is Metal Armored Bug if you wanted to, Big Koala, Gaia the Fierce Knight, and Gem Knight Crystal. If you really wanted to summon those guys with this Earth tribute thing right here, you really could for the 2 tribute cost or whatever. I don't really see the point of this card. Maybe in the future in the game, we're going to get a really busted rock monster that's a normal monster, and we can use this Earth card right here to combo with it. I don't know. I don't really see too much of the point of this card currently, but maybe by the time October hits, we'll have a mini box or something that could combo with this card. So maybe it's going to be pretty good. And then the last card we're going to talk about in today's video is Shadow Tamer. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card, and it has a flip effect. Target a Fiend type monster in your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end phase. Attack of 800 and defense of 700. This is only a rare, and you can see why it's a rare. It's a decent effect on paper, but your opponent has to be playing a Fiend deck, and you only can take it for just 1 turn. So it's a pretty mediocre card. It is a 3-star Earth monster too, but nothing really to check out with that one. But yeah, this video was a lot longer than it probably needed to be. I'm sorry about that. But for all of you guys that watched from the beginning to the end of this video, thank you so much. Tomorrow I'll be releasing a brand new data mine video talking about some other cards that are going to be in the game that are not ranked season rewards. Are most likely to be like card trader stuff and just other stuff like that. And there's also some little things to talk about too when it comes to the Duel Links leaks and stuff like that. But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. That's going to be it from me, guys. As always, be sure to go hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me, guys, though. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.